Hello and welcome everyone. This is Mohammad Inzamam from Saimedha Ecet Coaching Center, Koti, Hyderabad. Saimedha Koti, Hyderabad is providing free of cost YouTube video lectures for previous Ecet examination questions from the effective faculties of Saimedha Koti, Hyderabad. My dear students, in these video lectures every single day for all the branches EC, EEE, Mechanical, Civil and Computers. For all the branches every single day we are updating PYQs, previous Ecet examination questions. So what are you waiting for, guys? Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to be notified for the further more updates. Daily update చేస్తున్నాం. My dear students, in the era of where people are making everything as a business, Saimedha Koti Hyderabad is giving the coaching for online Ecet 2024-2025, offline Ecet 2024-2025 కి మనం కోచింగ్ అనేది న్యూ అడ్మిషన్ న్యూ బ్యాచెస్ అనేది ఆల్రెడీ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయినాయి. ఈ రోజుల్లో where 10th class admissions are going to be for month, effective faculties లో home tuitions కూడా పర్ మంత్ ఎవరైనా సరే 1000 రూపీస్ కంటే తక్కువ అంటే ఛార్జ్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఫ్యాకల్టీస్, రెప్యూటెడ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్స్ లో రెప్యూటెడ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్డ్ ఉన్న ఫ్యాకల్టీ మెంబర్స్ తో మీరు 10th క్లాస్ హోమ్ ట్యూషన్స్ తీసుకోవాలన్నా సరే పర్ మంత్ దే విల్ బి డెఫినెట్లీ ఛార్జింగ్ మినిమం 1000 రూపీస్. అలాంటిది in and around for 1 year you will be getting a payment of around how much? 12,000. For SSC home tuition itself, if you are paying 12,000, guys, Saimedha Koti Hyderabad is providing 1.5 year coaching, 2 years coaching, 3 years coaching. Saimedha Koti Hyderabad lo coaching anedi first year diploma nunchi start అయిపోయినాయి, second year diploma students ki start అయిపోయినాయి, third year diploma students ki start అయిపోయినాయి. 3 years course ఉంటది, 2 years course ఉంటది, 1 year course ఉంటది. అలాంటిది టోటల్ కోర్సెస్ కూడా ఎప్పుడు మన దగ్గర ఫీజు అనేది 10,000 దాటలేదు. అందులో కూడా మళ్ళీ మెరిట్ పెట్టి పర్సెంటేజెస్ వైజ్ కన్సెషన్స్ పెట్టి ఎకనామికల్లీ బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళని ఎంకరేజ్ చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో మినిమం ఫీజెస్ తో మాక్సిమం కన్సెషన్స్ తో సాయిమేధ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఈస్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ కోచింగ్. రిజల్ట్స్ విషయానికి వస్తే యు నో ఇట్ గైస్, ఎవ్రీ సింగిల్ ఇయర్ టాప్ 5 బ్రాంచెస్ లో స్టేట్ ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్స్ తో పాటుగా మాక్సిమం ర్యాంక్స్ వాస్ సెక్యూర్డ్ బై సాయిమేధ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఓన్లీ. So my dear students, what are you waiting for? Ecet 2024, Ecet 2025, Ecet 2026 coaching has been started in the Saimedha Koti Hyderabad. Effective coaching ఎక్కడైనా ఉంది, మనకు ఎక్స్పర్టైజ్డ్ ఫ్యాకల్టీస్ నుంచి ఎక్కడైనా కోచింగ్ ఉంది, డిజిటల్లీ రికార్డెడ్ వీడియో క్లాసెస్ ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ ప్యాటర్న్ లో కోచింగ్ వీఆర్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ బోత్ ఆన్లైన్ అండ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఆఫ్లైన్. సో వాట్ ఆర్ యూ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్, గైస్? Download the app saimedha.in and press the bell icon to be notified for the every updates. Every single day we are going to be updating in the YouTube channel. Subscribe the channel, press the bell icon to be notified, download the app saimedha.in and scrolling on the mobile numbers ki contact journey and join now in Saimedha Koti Hyderabad. At the end of the video I'll come back one more time for some more information. Till then, guys, watch the video now. Now next question, what is applied on the cap while opening the cap of a toothpaste tube? So toothpaste tube we are having, now we are opening the cap of that tube. Okay, toothpaste tube whatever will be there, now we have to open that cap. Now what we are having, what is the answer? Force and moment, force, moment, couple. Now actually whenever we are having which motions is acting on that example, actually either it is translational or it is rotational or it is translational plus rotational. Which motion we are having? So whenever we are rotating this part, means whenever we are opening this, we are having only rotational motion. So whenever we are having only rotational motion, we have to go with what? A couple. What is couple now? Couple will be having two equal unlike parallel forces. What we are having? Two equal unlike parallel forces, that we are calling it as what? A couple. Okay, so whenever we are having only rotational motion, if we are having translational plus rotational means we can go for movement. It can be, there can be chances of movement over there, we can go for movement. But whenever we are having only rotational motion, then compulsory the answer will be what? A couple. Okay, so two equal unlike parallel forces and whose lines of action doesn't intersect. Okay, so this is the line of action we are having, this is the line of action we are having, they are not intersecting over here. Okay, so as they are not intersecting, so then we are calling it as what? A couple. Okay, fourth option is correct. Now let us see the next question. The forces which meet at one point and the lines of action also lie on the same plane are known as. Okay, again what we are having, which meet at one point. If they are meeting at one point means what we are calling concurrent. One point means what? A concurrent, and their lines of action lie on the same plane. Same plane means what we are calling over here? Coplanar. Different plane means non-coplanar.
So for this 1 point means we have to go with the concurrent, same plane means we have to go with the coplanar. Coplanar concurrent forces means option 1 is correct. Now let us see the next question. The resultant of two forces P and Q acting at an angle theta. Already just now we have written the formula over here. What is the formula we are having? Resultant formula. R is equals to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Directly the resultant formula has been asked over here. So under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta means second option is correct. Okay, second option. Now next, according to Lami's theorem, a body is in equilibrium condition if each force among three dash are proportional to sine angle between other two forces. Okay, listen carefully. Actually, what we are having. So, what is the Lami's theorem is we are taking the three forces over here. Okay, what we are taking? We are taking the three forces, and three forces we are taking it as. These are the three forces we are taking. Now we are taking three coplanar. Coplanar means all these three forces are lying in the same plane itself. These are the three forces we have taken, they are lying in the same plane. Okay, so coplanar, and whenever we are having the same point, common point means a concurrent. Three coplanar concurrent forces. Whenever we are having this part, now let us take this part as P, this part as Q, this part is R. So let us take this angle as alpha we have taken, and this part as beta we have taken, and this part as gamma we have taken. Okay, now what is the meaning of Lami's theorem? Lami's theorem, a body is in equilibrium condition if each force are proportional to sine angle between the other two forces. What is the meaning of this part? Means listen carefully. So if you have taken first two force P, we have taken proportional P divided by sine of the angle, means sine we have to write compulsory over here, sine. Now which angle we have to take? We are taking the angle of other two forces. If you have taken this force P, what are the other two forces we are having? Other two forces equals to Q and R. If Q and R we have taken, what is the angle between this Q and R? Means alpha. So P by sine alpha equals to, now what is the other force? Let us take it as Q. If you are taking the other force as Q divided by sine, we have to write compulsory over here. If you are taking this force, what are the other two forces? P and R. If you are taking P and R, what is the angle between this P and R? Beta. So we have to write this part as what? Beta. So it is equals. Now we are taking last force as R. So R divided by, again what we are taking? Sine. Sine we have written as it is. Now we have to take the angle. So if you are taking R, what are the other two forces? Other two forces is P and Q. What is the angle between P and Q? Gamma. So we have to write this part as what? Gamma. Okay. So this is the meaning of what? Lami's theorem. This is what? Lami's theorem. But this formula has been not asked in the question over here. So according to this diagram, we are having the concurrent. Let us see concurrent over here. Concurrent means this collinear, non-concurrent. Non-concurrent is given. Directly we can go with the second option over here. Concurrent, and all these forces are lying in the same plane. Then we are calling it as what? Coplanar concurrent forces. Means second option is correct. Now let us go with the next question. If two forces each equal to P in magnitude act at right angles, okay, their effect may be neutralized by the third force acting along their bisector in the opposite direction with a magnitude of. Okay, now listen carefully. We are taking the two forces. Let us take it as P. One force we have taken and second force we have taken, each equal to P. This is also P we are having, this is also P we are having. Okay, act at a right angles. Right angles means what we are taking over here, theta, it is equals to 90 degrees. Okay, theta is equals to 90 degrees. So according to our case number 3, actually, according to our case number 3, we are having it as right angles we are taking, actually means same. Case 1 what we have taken previously just now, case 1 we are taking it as theta is equals to 0 degree we have taken, and R is equals to what we are getting over there, P plus Q. Similarly case 2 we have taken, case 2 means what we have taken, theta is equals to 180 we have taken, and R is equals to P minus Q. Okay, like this we have taken, and this alpha value is equals to 0, in this also alpha value it is equals to 0. Okay, like this we have got over here. If you are substituting that theta is equal to 0 in this. Okay, let us see this question over here. If you are taking this 0, first we are substituting the value as 0 over here. So sin 0 is equal to 0, 0 by this part 0, tan inverse of 0 means 0. If you are taking 180 also, sin 180 is equal to 0, 0 by this part 0, tan inverse of 0 means 0. Okay, case 1, case 2 already we have completed over here. Now let us go with the next case what we are having. Next case what we are taking means, let us take this case number 3. Case number 3 we are taking it as theta is equals to 90 degrees. Okay, if you are taking theta is equals to 90 degrees. Now what is happening over here? What is the formula we are having? R is equals to under root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Okay, like this we have taken. Now R is equals to under root p square plus q square plus, now cos theta, cos 90 value, sin 90 is equals to 1, cos 90 is equals to 0. So if cos 90 is equal to 0, 0 into 2pq means what? 0. This part it is becoming 0 over here. Okay. So R is equals to what we are getting now, under root p square plus q square. Okay. So according to this condition we are getting this part. Case number 3 is equals to R is equals to this part. Okay. So now what we are getting means their effect may be neutralized by a third force acting along the bisector in the opposite direction with a magnitude of, means third force means we are finding the resultant over here. Third force means what? We are finding the what? Resultant. But what is given? P value is equals to P, Q value is also equals to what? P. Okay, let us substitute over there. Now what we are doing this part. So if you are substituting this, R is equals to under root P means we have taken P only, P square plus Q means again what we are having? P. So we have taken P over here. So it is equals to under root P square plus P square means what? 2P square. So we have taken 2P square. Now if you are giving this under root for this part, this 2 will become what? Root 2, and this root and square gets cancelled, then what is the answer? Root 2P. So R is equals to what we are getting? Root 2P. Okay. So let us check the options. We are having root 2p, 2p, p by root 2, p by 2 we are having means root 2p, which is first option is correct. Okay. Now let us see the next question. Which of the following needs to 0 for the perfect equilibrium? Now listen here carefully. Equilibrium condition we are having over here. What is the meaning of equilibrium? Equilibrium means algebraic sum of all the forces, means resultant should be equals to 0. So whenever the resultant it is becoming 0, so we are calling this part as what? Equilibrium. Okay, and already we have discussed that equilibrant also. Whenever we are taking that single force which is equal to resultant but in opposite direction, and with the help of that single force only, the answer we are getting it as what? Equilibrium. Sum of all the forces equals to 0. That single force we are calling it as what? Equilibrant. Now what are the conditions of equilibrium we are having? Conditions of equilibrium is sigma Fh equals to 0, sigma Fv equals to 0, and sigma m it is equals to 0. Sum of horizontal forces equals to 0, sum of vertical forces equals to 0, and sum of moments it is equals to 0. But according to our question, theta is also given over here. But in the equilibrium part, summation of theta angle, we are not having this one. It can't be equals to 0 over here. That is not compulsory. But this part is compulsory over here. Fh equals to 0, Fe equals to 0, M equals to 0. That is compulsory. We are not considering this part. But whenever we are having the forces, with respect to an angle, with respect to means horizontal, vertical we have taken now. If you are having the forces with respect to the angle, then that should also will become what? 0. But according to our equilibrium conditions, only these 3 conditions should be 0. It is not 0. That is not required actually. So which part will become Fh, Fe means directly we can take only F over here. So it is becoming what? F equals to 0, M equals to 0, sigma t is not equal to 0 means a fourth option. Okay, fourth option is correct. Now let us check the next question. If two forces are said to be collinear, then the line of action of the two forces is same, the line of action of the two forces is perpendicular, the line of action of the two forces is at obtuse angle, the line of action of the two forces is at a acute angle. Collinear means already we have discussed. Suppose we have taken this part, we are having the number of forces. Whenever we are having the number of forces on the same line of action we are having for all the forces, then we are calling it as what? Collinear. So what we are having, the line of action of two forces. If you are having two forces means we have taken two forces. If you are having three forces like that. So line of action of two forces is what? Same. Okay. So first option is correct. Now let us take the next question. Two forces with same magnitude we are having. Same magnitude means P value is equals to 100 and Q value is also what, 100. Okay, but opposite in direction. What we are having? Opposite in direction are acting on a body. If the line of action of these forces is same, then the net resultant force magnitude acting on the resultant means R we have to find out over here. Okay, now listen here carefully. Just now we have discussed some cases over here. R is equals to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Okay, like this we have taken over here. So we are having one force as this part we have taken, this is P, and one force we are taking it as this part as Q, and let us take it as this part as we have taken it as what, R, and this complete part we are taking it as what, theta. Okay, the angle between the two forces. Okay, now what we have done over here in the first case, what we have taken, if theta is equals to 0 degree, if this theta value is 0, what will happen? This force we are having, again this force also will be coming under this direction only, means same direction, the two forces will be in the same direction, and we are having the two forces in the single line of action, means what we can say? Collinear. So it is collinear and in the same direction. So for this part we are calling it as what? It is collinear and what, in the same direction. What we are getting? Same direction. Means for this case we are getting the answer as R is equals to what? P plus Q, and alpha it is equals to 0 degree. This was case number 1. Now according to case number 2, what we have taken means theta is equals to 180 degrees. 180 degrees means now the angle between these two forces, it is 180, means a straight line, means this is one horizontal line, again this 180 means again this Q also will become what? A straight line. Okay, it will become like this. Okay, straight line, but it will be what? Collinear, because line of action is same but it is opposite direction. This P is acting in right direction, Q will be acting in what? Left direction. So what we can write this part as collinear. We are writing this part as collinear but in opposite direction. What we are having over here? Opposite direction. So for this what we got over here, R is equals to P minus Q and alpha it is equals to 0 degree. Okay, like this we have taken. Similarly case 3 we have taken theta is equals to 90 degrees and we are getting the answer as R is equals to under root P square plus Q square, like that we have taken. Okay, 90 degrees means right angle. Whenever the two forces are at right angle means we are getting that case. Now in this what is written? Same magnitude we are having but in direction, and if line of action of these forces are same, line of action is same but in opposite direction, means we have to take case number 2. We are taking case number 2. Case number 2 means R is equals to P minus Q we have taken. So what we are having, the P value 100 newtons. Two forces are same. Is P is equals to 100 minus Q is also equals to what? 100. 100 minus 100 it is equals to 0. Okay, so we are getting the answer as 0 over here. So which option will be correct? Fourth option. Okay, fourth option is correct. Now next, 5 equal forces each newtons are acting at a point in the same plane. If the angle between them are same, then resultant of these forces is. Okay, now listen, this is very interesting question we are having. Listen carefully. 5 equal forces. We are having 5 forces over here. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, which is equals to what? 20 Newton. 5 forces we have taken are acting at a point in the same plane. If the angle between them are same, means we are having all together as 5 forces we are having. And what is the complete angle we are having? Complete angle equals to 360 degrees. If we are having 360 degrees and we are having the same angle between these forces, how many forces we are having? 5 forces. So we have to divide over here. So whenever we are dividing this 360 divided by what? 5. Okay. So which is equals to 5 ones are and 5 sevens are 35. 5 sevens are 35. 1 will be left. 10 means 5 twos are 10. Okay, 72 degrees. Okay, now what we are having means, listen here carefully. So we are taking this part as one force, F1 we have taken over here. Now 72 degrees. 72 degrees means this part we have taken it as F2. Okay, this is 72 degrees we are having. Again we are taking this part as F3. Okay, again this part is what? 72 degrees. Then again we are taking one more force over here. This part is also 72 degrees. Okay, this part is also we have taken it as 72 degrees. Okay, this is F1, F2, F3, F4. Okay, now this one more part we are taking it as, again this is also 72 degrees, and this is what F5. Again this is also what 72 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all these forces we have taken over here. So 72, 72, 72, 72, 72 means it is equals to what 360 degrees. So like this we are having over here. Now what we are doing is all are at angles over here. So we have to calculate sum of horizontal forces, sum of vertical forces. If you are calculating all that sum of horizontal forces and sum of vertical forces, then we are finding the answer over there. Again what will happen, as we are having the same angles, if you are having the same angles over there, the angle will be the answer will become what 0. Both gets cancelled over here and the answer will become what 0. But another trick what we are having over here means a polygon law. We are having one of the law as a polygon law. So in this, whatever the number of forces we are taking over there, suppose we are having the 5 forces. Let us take an example. So if you are taking the 5 forces, for all these 5 forces, first we have to draw that forces actually whenever we are drawing that part. Okay, after drawing that 5 forces, whatever the closing side will be there, means if you have seen that, first see the polygon law what we have discussed in the video lectures actually. Okay, so what we are having over here in this part, we have to draw the same parallel lines like this. Whatever the F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, we have to draw the parallel lines. Okay, one example I'll give you here. What is that example means? Suppose we are having this one force we have taken, this is another force we have taken, this is another force, 3 forces we have taken. So how we are drawing this? First we have to draw this force. Okay, this is one force we have taken. Now how the second force we are having over here? Second force, it is also parallel. Okay, this is another parallel we have taken. Then again this line, third force we are having means it is in this shape. So like this parallel we have to draw, parallel forces we have to take. Now 3 forces means 3 forces has done. Now what we are doing means, whenever we are taking this closing side, what we have taken in the opposite direction, if these are in this direction, so it should be in the opposite direction. This part we are calling it as what? A resultant. The closing side we are calling it as what? A resultant. But one more point we are having in that part, if you are taking all these 3 forces only, with the help of 3 forces we are closing that, we are making some figure over there, then that forces will be in what? Equilibrium. So what we are taking now is in this part carefully. Okay, so we are taking this one, or else let us take like this. If you are taking this part we have taken, this part we have taken, this part, this part, this part. Now we are not talking about the resultant. Resultant means closing side will become the resultant. Now we are not taking resultant, only we are taking the 5 forces over here. So this first, this force it is looking like what? F1. Okay, this F1 we have taken. Okay, now this force it is looking like what? F2. This force it is looking like what? F3. Okay, this part we have taken. Now again this part it is looking like what? F4 we have taken. This part it is looking like what? F5. Like this parallel lines we have taken over here, and all this will become what? 72 degrees. This will become 72 degrees, this will become 72 degrees, this will become 72 degrees, and this will become what? 72 degrees. So whenever we are having like this, all the, how many number of forces we are having, all that number of forces we are making it closer in the closed figure, then what is the condition we are having? The equilibrium of that body will be what? 0. Equilibrium is equal to 0 means resultant will become what? 0. So what we have to find over here, the angle between them are same, the resultant of these forces it is equals to what? 0. 0 means what we are taking over here? Option 4 equals to 0. Okay, now next, the resultant of 2 forces P and Q acting along the same straight line and in the same direction. Okay, just now we have discussed over here, same straight line. So what we have taken? Same straight line we have taken collinear and the same direction. Same direction means what we are having? R is equals to P plus Q. Okay, R is equals to P plus Q. If it is in the opposite direction means then what we have taken? P minus Q. Okay, so this is P plus Q. If it was given same straight line and in opposite direction, then the answer will become what? P minus Q. Okay, so for this question option 3 is correct. Now next, the horizontal and vertical components of a force are 10 root 3 newtons and 10 newtons respectively. Angle made by the force with a vertical component. Now listen carefully. So what is given first? A horizontal component. This is horizontal component we are having over here, 10 newtons. Sorry, horizontal is 10 root 3. 10 root 3 newtons. Okay, and vertical we are having this part as a 10 newtons. Okay, this part we are having. Now what is the angle made by the force? Angle made by the force with a vertical component. With vertical component means this part. with a vertical component. This is vertical component we have taken, this theta we are finding over here. Okay, so tan theta, if you are taking tan theta formula, tan theta is equals to opposite. Opposite means we are taking this part as what? 10 root 3 divided by 10 root 3 divided by what we are taking over there, 10. So what will happen, this 10 gets cancelled, then it is equals to how much we are getting over here, root 3. Okay, so tan theta is equals to root 3. Tan theta is equals to root 3 means what we can say the answer now? Theta is equals to how much? Theta is equals to 60 degrees. Okay, root 3 means theta is equals to what? 60 degrees. 60 degrees means option 3 is correct.
So thank you very much guys for watching this video till the end. Definitely this video has been improvised your subject knowledge and definitely given you an idea about how the previous Ecet examination question is getting appear. Again one more time guys, ee video ni meeru nachite kachithanga like cheyandi, share cheyandi, subscribe cheyandi and press the bell icon to be notified for the further more updates guys. Admissions అనేది ఆల్రెడీ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయినాయి. ఈసెట్ 2024, ఈసెట్ 2025, ఈసెట్ 2026 ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళకి, సెకండ్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళకి, థర్డ్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళకి ఆల్రెడీ ఈసెట్ కోచింగ్ అనేది ఆన్లైన్ కోచింగ్ అండ్ ఆఫ్లైన్ కోచింగ్ new batches is going to be started guys. So my dear students, what are you waiting for? Download the app saimedha.in. మీకు ఏ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా సరే మన స్క్రోలింగ్ లో ఉన్న మొబైల్ నంబర్స్ కి కాంటాక్ట్ చేయండి. Join now in Saimedha Koti, Hyderabad. Thank you very much. This is Mohammad Inzamam signing off.